Okay, what we have here is a fairly basic linear equation, just has x's. There's no x squareds, but the x shows up in a couple of places. And the only different feature we have here is it's got decimals. Now, decimals don't change our process for solving it at all. It might make the numbers a little tougher to work with, and it might make it hard to do the mental math in your head, but the process is still the same. Now, why is it a good idea to know how to solve decimal equations? Well, off the top of my head, I could say most things we work with in real life deal with money. And money is usually a decimal number. Very rarely do we get nice whole values to work with all the time. So let's take a look at how we would approach this. We have an x term on the left and an x term on the right. It'd probably be a good idea to get those all onto one side. So it doesn't really matter which side we pick, but I am probably going to choose to move the 4.9x because I can add it, 4.9x, and I can add it to this side. And the reason I was able to add it is because it was subtracted to start with. And that allows me to at least work with some positive numbers. Not that it matters, but it's just easier for me. So 1.2 plus 4.9, when I add those together, I'm going to get 6.1x. I still have my negative 14 equals, and on this side the only thing left is 7.3. So since my x terms ended up on the left, let's see if we can move the numbers that don't have a variable to the right. So let's add 14. Now 6.1x equals, and 14 plus 7.3 is 21.3. Now I'm down to a one-step equation. To finish this off, I divide by 6.1 on both sides, and I get x equals 21.3 divided by 6.1, and if I use a calculator, that comes out to be 3.49.